again to discuss together on some basic things. And I want to believe that throughout last month, conversation, we were blessed, analyzing the topics that was treated on Sundays in the month of October. And during the conversation, a lot of things we learned as well. But by the special grace of God this month, God has prepared us for another thing. He has given us things to discuss. And this month, we're going to be looking at innovating with God's purpose, aligning faith and technology. By the special grace of God this evening, I have two gentlemen seated with me this evening. They are tech guru, I believe, and which I have seen them do, and I have seen what they have done so far. But tonight we're going to be discussing this, like we have in the topic, aligning our faith with technology. And I believe they are children of God, and they've worked with God for some times. And I want to believe that what they have done together with their faith has given them some privileges, and it has given them some things to share with us tonight. So by my left, I have Mr. Ayola seated again this evening. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, God bless you. Can we meet you, please?
Like I said, my name is Ayola Falola, and I am a tech professional. I build tools, systems on the computer with the help of software. Then yes, is that all?
Is that all?
Yeah, so that is a little bit of introduction on my end. I'm married. I have a beautiful daughter.
That's good. All right, that's beautiful. Thank you for coming this evening. I want to believe from your wealth of experience and knowledge and wisdom, we're going to get more insight this evening. And by my right side is the only and lonely one I call Bodadu. Can we meet you, sir? Welcome. Can we meet you?
Adorintoido Adebambo is my name. I'm a specialist in IT, especially in the area of internet and web development, apps, and business solutions. And we have been consulting in e-commerce space for quite a number of time, over a decade now. And to God be the glory, I'm blessed with a beautiful woman, a lovely boy, and a lovely girl who practically they are taking after this same profession.
That's good.
To God be the glory.
Yeah, thank you, sirs. You're welcome to Kingdom Conversation. This is what we do every Wednesday as a church, and we've had a lot of topic discussed in the time past. But this month, like I said, we're looking at innovating with God's purpose, aligning faith and technology. And let me start from Mr. Ayola Falola. When you hear the first time you saw this or you heard this topic, what is it that you had in mind that was going through, in your mind?
Well, talking about faith and technology, it reflects on something that is deep in myself. Talking about my knowledge about what I'm doing in the technology space, and I'm glad that I'm going to probably have an opportunity to share with men and brethren. So the technology and faith, I believe they are two things that complement one another. Having faith sometimes will see us working using technology, and then using tech sometimes also requires faith. And if I would explain this, faith requires technology, because faith sometimes would mean that you are going to be doing something that has never been done before. It's interesting that right here we have the set of people you can call tech people. But technology is not just about computers. Technology is just computer is just a technology. Computer is not technology. The reason tech today, technology, tech for short, is synonymous with computers is because it is the most widespread, advanced, and is still advancing technology. The technology of today and the one that we believe is still, the today is still unfolding, right? So when I saw the topic, I know how overwhelming it could be, explaining it, but being something that I live the life. What it means to me is that it tells us the things that we can do in mimicking God. God created us. God himself is the original innovator.
God
Everything,
is a tech person himself.
yes. So God is an innovator. God is the first person in history that saw something that was that's never existed. Then he created that thing, right? So it's talking about the light, talking about everything we are building on today. In church on Sunday, Pastor was talking about, God does not make furniture; it makes the trees, right? Then we innovate from there. So the original. So everything that we are looking at, everything we are doing, actually reflects the character of God. Everything anyone has ever innovated reflects the character of God. Imagine the solving problems. If you look at Genesis 1. God was there solving problems. You saw this vast water, that was void, something void, like there's nothing here. How can I have a place that there's nothing? Let's create things. Let's have things working. Okay? So that is what, seeing the topic actually, that is actually what comes home to me. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Denito is there. What is the first thing that came to your mind when we sent you this invitation and with this topic?
Thank you so much. First, I was blank, and I'm thinking, I don't think there's any kind of correlation between faith and technology, because faith is divine, and faith, it's what we used to believe in, what is divine, in what is spiritual. And where does technology come from? Technology comes from the point of wisdom. It's a subset of wisdom, and wisdom is embodied of the spirit of God. Because in Proverbs 8, somewhere in Proverbs 8 said about wisdom said that it was there when God was building, what God was creating the heart. So I believe that wisdom produced technology. And from the kind of technology we are with that's available now, there have been technology way back in the ancient days. Even the human being system is a wonderful kind of system development that we are still trying to study to get a big picture of how the human body works up to today. So, to me, though we have seen technology helping us to do things better as a simple definition of technology, which means it helps you to get things done easier and faster. And how could you say, let there be light and there be light, without you constructing, without you putting some infrastructure together? And when wisdom refers to us that it was there when they are doing such things. So wisdom is the one in charge of how those things are being built that make sense to us, give it colors, give it structure. And I believe that wisdom is the subset, technology is a subset of wisdom. Because without wisdom, you can innovate. And when you innovate, you now find a way to do things better and put things in a proper proportion. So wisdom is, I believe that technology is a subset of wisdom, and wisdom is the embodiment of the Spirit of God.
Yeah, thank you. So what you've both expressed tonight is the fact that when we talk of technology, it's not far-fetched from the wisdom of God, and it's not far-fetched from the faith. But there is, if you see the way things are going now, the rate at which technology is increasing, changing every year, changing every time, don't you think that technology has some negative effects on faith? Mr. Ayola?
Well, everything you see either makes you have faith or build your faith, or it takes away the faith that you have. Okay, almost everything you see. That's why every situation have at least two perspectives. Okay, so you're talking about technology now. The way I see technology, I was saying the other time, is that it shows me the character of God.
Character of God.
If you see God in technology, it does not take faith away from you. For example, okay, I have the technology. It's talking about artificial intelligence that helps. Before then, the computer can decide based on the information you give to it and based on preset things, right? But then we have an artificial intelligence now, the language models that allow you to at least have a conversation with the computer, and then the computer can reason, And what that tells me is that man is trying to build something that reasons like man. And it says
man is trying to build something that reasons like man.
Yeah, so that reminds me of what happened in the Bible when God said, "Let us make man in our own image, in our own likeness." So then I will think about it this way: that this is more like an onion. God makes man. Man wants to make something else. God makes man to think like man, to think like
him.
God, to be like God. The way God describes man and what he wants man to do looks like the way man is describing computer and artificial intelligence that runs on it. So it's that in itself cannot send me away from faith. It's actually solidifying my faith in God that, okay, if actually God makes me in his image and now I am creating, that is like father, like son. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So if thinking like that explanation solidifies everything for me when it talks. And the same way, I don't think that creating any form of technology can take people away, take faith away from people, because how would you say that because I'm able to make furniture, I can disregard the person that made the tree?
Because I can make furniture.
Yeah, so the tree, even right now, that okay, man could influence how trees are grown, they can grow faster, that's also technology. Trees can grow faster, they can grow fatter, we are able to cultivate, but we must respect the fact that we met it here on the earth. It brings home the fact that there is an original creator. If there is an original creator in anything creativity, if there's an original creator that you built on, you have to give credit to that person, that being. So giving credit to God is where that is where faith can never be taken away.
In other words, what you're trying to tell us is that technology is not something that can take us away from faith. Rather, it's something that should strengthen us, make us think like God. Because God created us, he wanted us to be like him. And now he has given us capacity and power to create something, to be like us, to think like us.
So in a nutshell, the other side, I did not get to speak on it, which is, I said there are at least two perspectives to everything. The first perspective I mentioned about it, that it's in that if you think about it deeply, that the original creator, God created you, and then you are now creating other things, right? If you think about it in that light, it will never take faith away from you. But then there is another part, the person that forgets about God because of the things that they are saying. Think about that rich guy that said, I'm rich now, I have all the money. There's, let me sit, it was a parable actually, where he said, he's rich now, there's nothing he's looking for.
He has stored, food in his house now. Yeah, he wants to rest.
He wants to rest, and then God said, today I'm going to
bring your spirit. Yes.
So it is also possible for us because this technology is making life easy for us. It is making, there's a lot of people are going to become billionaires because of advent of new technology. If we should not get to the point where we forget the original creator. If we forget the original creator, we are going on a downward trend, and that is where you have destruction. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. I'm not going to ask Mr. Adenito the same question, but I'm going to ask you something slightly different. Let me see. I'm supposed to have said this earlier. I'm not a tech person. So I'm dwelling more on the part of the faith side. So, but thank God the two of you are tech people. Are you getting it? But there's a question that I have here, that how